What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Spade here, and welcome to another monthly discussion. And can I just say, don't you hate it when you make a cup of tea or coffee and it's just not hot? Even if you boil the kettle, it's just not hot enough. So you have to put it in the microwave and make it hotter. I really hate that. Anyway, what did I do this month? Let's just start with games. Because for once we're actually going to have a monthly discussion that's not under 10 minutes. Anyway, obviously I played Rebirth 1. And for those who don't know what that is, it's Hyperdimension Neptuna Rebirth 1. Such a long name. Anyway, I played that along with most of Jak and Daxter 1, some of Jak and Daxter 2, and some of 3. So I pretty much played the collection, the HD collection, along with playing I'm still playing through I'm still playing through the original Persona 4, my first run of the original game. I've been doing that for a few months now, still at it. I ended up beating my latest run of Persona 4 Golden. That was either earlier this month, might have been the late last month, but my memory is that bad, I'm not sure. Time flies, but I'm pretty sure it was this month. So I beat that, and can I just say, I was really salty. I was really salty. I only had 2 rank ups and 1 social link left until I was capable of getting the true ending. And I failed. Like, do you know how salty I was? So close, but so far away from getting the true ending for the first time. Really salty. Anyway, no, I'll continue this topic and discuss with Persona 4 Golden and getting the true ending for later on in the video. Anyway, I also played a tiny bit of Persona 4 Arena. Not too much. I also played Tales of Zexteria for the first time in like 5 months. I played a little bit of that again. I think I played like 2 or 3 hours of it. That was oddly enough kind of fun once I got into it. Along with that, I honestly don't think I really played. Oh, wait. I'm getting to one thing I'm practically just addicted to playing lately, which would be Bakugan. I have been playing Bakugan the video game, or in other words, Bakugan Battle Brawlers, quite a lot this month. I've at least played almost, if not, 12 hours of gameplay of that game alone this month. And my first save file on that game, and the longest playtime for for this game for me was 13 hours and 14 minutes, something like that, I believe. And that's beating the game. I haven't beaten the game yet. So I'm pretty close to making this save file the longest save file so far. Surprisingly. I also played some background Defenders of the Core. Still trying to beat what seems to be the final boss. Sadly, still trying to beat it. Spectra does not play games. Literally, there are like 3 phases to the final boss. And that's like, oh, you're fighting Helios and Spectra with an endless stream of power. Their hate speed will not go down. But your hate speed will go down. So if you get hit, you get hit. And you can't heal yourself. And that's stage 1. I think you have to last like a minute before the next stage happens. And that would be, instead of defending the core, you're destroying the core. And while you're destroying the core, Helios is up your ass. And you can't defend yourself if you're attacking something else. So you're losing more health that way. And once you destroy the core, you're about 75% of your health is just gone. Then you have to try to defeat Helios and deplete all of his health with very little health left. That's not easy. That really isn't. And now I believe that is all of the games I've played. Wait. I actually also played about 3 minutes maybe of Super Paper Mario just to figure out the controls again. It's been like 2, maybe 3 years since I actually played it. And I'm not counting those 3 minutes as playing it. Now that is all the games I played this month. Now we talk about the juicy stuff. What did I watch? This is a big list. Oh my god. Let's start with cartoons. I watched all 6 seasons of Johnny Test within at least a week, maybe a week and a half. And Johnny Test has about 200 episodes, I believe. That's a lot of content to watch. And that's only the icing on top of the cake out of everything I watched. I ended up, over this year, I've been watching a lot of Johnny Test on TV. So I figured, alright, if I'm watching it on TV, I might as well just watch all of it online, which I did. I thought I didn't watch everything, but apparently I saw everything. So yeah. I also watched and watching season 10 through 12 of American Dad. Season 12 is still ongoing. I started watching from season 12, episode 15, and made my way down to the first episode of season 10. Unfortunately, there are 1 or 2 episodes out of those 3 seasons I never watched because the episode just didn't work. sadly. So I watched a film out of that. So the only things out of American Dad I've never watched yet would be seasons 7 and 9. I own everything else. Pretty much I own season 6 and 8. I don't own 7 or 9 and up. So yeah, I watched a film out of that. Oh, out of those 3 seasons though, there are only 2 episodes I actually really liked. One of them would be water polo. Oh my god, that was hilarious. That was truly hilarious. You had Steve trying out for water polo. Pretty much Steve trying to go for a sports team to impress the ladies. And he ended up going with water polo. And the only way he could play is with Klaus playing with his nether regions. You want to play this sport? Good. Let me fool around with your nether regions. Oh my god, so Klaus is in his junk. And somehow that makes Steve a better polo player? If not the best player on the team? So in other words, it's just like, eventually Steve thinks, oh, I don't need you anymore, Klaus. I've got this in the bag. And he fails big time. And Klaus gets payback. Klaus feels sorry, tries to help him out again, and in the end, Steve ends up, confessing that he was cheating by having a fist in his pants, helping him play better. So he sticks his hand in there to get Klaus. Klaus avoiding his hand. It's like, I don't think I need to go into any more detail on that. But oh my god, my jaw was dropping once he did that. That was hilarious, it really was. I forget what episode that was and season, but it was really good nonetheless. The other episode I really liked, this one I think was in season 12, which would be. Hang on, I need a drink. The other one would pretty much be Future Steve and Future Snot go to the past, go to the past to stop Snot and Steve from trying to do anything cool at this nerd party they throw. Since they never get invited or are jokes at the cool kids' parties, they decide to throw a nerd party only. And let's just say, in the end of it, if shit gets real, and to save the future, Steven's not end up dancing butt naked at their party in front of all the nerds. They had to try to make themselves become even less popular than the nerds. And you can't get much less popular than the nerds in a school standpoint. You just can't. But they managed by dancing to a song butt naked together. My jaw was gone when I saw that. Hilarious. And that's pretty much all I've seen what I've watched of American Dad and what I like the most. At any rate, what else did I watch? I watched the Jack and Daxter trilogy, I guess you could say. I watched a Let's Play on Jack and Daxter. 1, 2, almost done watching a Let's Play of 3. I'm about 5 episodes off from finishing watching that, I believe. Enjoying it so far. Enjoying it so far. What would I have to say? Which game is my favorite? Honestly, it's definitely gotta be the first game. It's less stressful. By a ton. Definitely by a ton. I also ended up watching a complete Let's Play of Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Oh my god! First off, because of that game, I found out damn well some really cool person to watch. Really fun. Anyway, Uncharted 4, I gotta say, it was interesting. It was really good and entertaining to watch, but at the same time, it kind of wasn't what I was expecting from the game, if that makes any sense. That's from what I remember watching the trailer when it first came out. It seemed a lot different than what the game actually was. Still though, final boss, very interesting. A sword fight to the death. Damn. That's a new one for Uncharted. Definitely. Very interesting. Also, though, again, for those who haven't seen the game or played it, I'm just gonna say the main villain looks really cool, I gotta say. So, when he's really on edge, I guess you could say, and willing to do whatever it takes to get the treasure he so wants. To pretty much tell the world that he doesn't want everything handed to him on a silver platter. Oh my god. Just the way his hair looked really reminded me of Dr. Black from Slug Terror. In is I guess you could say his dying hour almost. In one point or another. Oh, the final boss on top 4 looked really cool, I gotta say. It was a cool fight, nonetheless. Damn. So, an interesting story, nonetheless. And I guess the end log was actually really interesting, too. I gotta give props to Naughty Dog, though. They definitely ended the Uncharted series on a very good note. And for like an action pseudo type adventure type game, trying to get a happy ending, a true happy ending that's at least decent and makes the player think about what's the main protagonist's life going to be like after this. It really makes you think. And I gotta say, they really pulled off that ending really well. At least, to me, they did. Not gonna spoil anything on that because the moment I say a word, it's gonna be spoils. So yeah, I watched that. I also wrapped up watching a Persona 4 Let's Play of the original game. I watched like the last 70 odd episodes in like a week or so. And wrapped up that Let's Play. Gotta say, it was definitely interesting. Along with finishing up watching a Persona 4 Let's Play, I started up another one and stopped about 20 episodes in. I don't know, is there something about that one I stopped watching? Like, to me, it got to the point where it was just super annoying to watch. And it's rare for me to stop watching something because it's really annoying. It's really rare. Usually I'll force myself to watch it from beginning to end. But this one, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. Considering it was over a 200 plus episode Let's Play, no, not happening. With stopping a Let's Play, I also started up another one. When I ended up wanting to watch for a few years now, finally getting around to watching it, which would be Sir Lionheart's original Let's Play of Persona 4 Golden and his blind playthrough of the game as well. I'm definitely enjoying it so far, I gotta say. Just, yeah, it's really interesting so far. I'm like 28 episodes in, I think. Really enjoying it. I also ended up watching an entire Let's Play of Bakugan Battle Balls. It's been maybe 4 or 5 years since I last actually watched a Let's Play of that game. So it was definitely interesting to watch another one. The Bakugan games really don't have many Let's Plays. With commentary for the most part. English at that. I'm not going to go on a big rant on that. We're moving on. Nothing about. Was there anything else Let's Play wise I watched? Oh yeah, I'm also watching 2 Let's Plays of Ratchet and Clank The Reimagining. Das and or stopped and das or watching one Let's Play of the Ratchet and Clank original game. Not sure if the person I'm watching is still going to continue it, but I'm watching it nonetheless. Really enjoying all of them. Actually, it's actually really fun. Really fun indeed, actually. Not gonna lie. I kinda wouldn't mind seeing the Ratchet and Clank movie at some point. If even possible. But knowing me, I'm never gonna watch it. There are a handful of movies I've always said I want to watch. Never really watched them. That's just me though. Now there are actually a few more animes I watched. Did I touch up on the animes I watched yet? I know I touched on cartoons, but I don't think anime. Anyway, what animes did I watch? I believe I rewatched all of Persona 4 the animated, the original Persona 4 anime. Along with the other day, I ended up watching one or two episodes on where I last left off 2 years ago on watching Persona 4 Golden, the animated. The Dutch episodes definitely got me thinking over the past 2 or 3 days in a dark sense. Anyway, I also watched 8 episodes out of 12 of the anime Eumelia. I think that's how you say it. And I also swear you have to marathon watching that anime or you will not get back into watching it. I've tried getting back into watching it, but I just can't. I stopped at 8 episodes. One of the characters has a really squeaky, annoying type voice. Watching the English version was like, just suit me now, please, put me out of my misery. Because that's what it sounds like if you're trying to get back into the anime. Especially if that character's the first thing you hear. So yeah, I may end up finishing that anime at some point. But I may dive into it watching the rest of it in subtitle just because. And I believe that's all I watched anime wise. I still need to watch the last 2 or 3 episodes of Naruto for the Sound Ninja 5 Ace. It's been, like, no joke, it's been like 2 months since I last watched anything Naruto. So it's like, I only had 3 or 4 episodes left before doing a final thoughts on the Sound Ninja 5 Ace. I really need to get around to doing that. I really do. Anyway, there are actually some very interesting things going on around here that I'm actually really looking forward to in my hometown. Surprisingly. Anyway, there are some things I gotta say I'm actually salty at. First off, all the trees along the roads from the towns around where I'm from are getting trimmed up along the sides, I guess you could say, to help drivers see moose. Since there seems to be a few hanging around one of the towns lately, this month. And oh my god, all the bitching going on about it. No joke. The guys who are cutting and trimming those trees are not doing a good job. In my opinion, some of what they are doing doesn't even make sense. And why are people salty on that? Mainly because it looks ugly as fuck. Like, you got cut up pieces of wood practically looking like giant pieces of splinters just laying on the ground. The trees are like half cut, not even down to ground level. And they cut trees in areas to where it still was like where the trees used to be, there's some areas where the trees used to be that are no longer there. So it's like, and there's a guardrail next to that for a fucking reason. Because there are a bunch of gaps now that have no guardrails that literally, if you lose control of your car or whatever, you're gonna go off the edge and fall down a 50-foot fucking cliff. Or a 60-foot cliff. Depending on where you are on the road. So it's like, are you gonna put fucking guardrail there or pile up some dirt or something? With the way people drive here, I really wouldn't be surprised if someone dies. People here around these towns are speed fucking demons. Speed demons. They pass you when they're not supposed to. They don't give a damn. They drive up cement. They drive up dirt, rocks, up in your windshield. They blast the fuck out of you if you're on the side of the road, potentially. It's like, what the fuck? Are you serious? And anyway, there's another part that's literally like, you're going uphill, there are no trees there anymore, so it's like, again, a guardrail's around that area, but it's a big turn too, and the guardrail's not on that turn because the trees used to be there, so it's like, you're going straight up, and if you're a fucking speed demon who's driving, you are going to go off that cliff. You can't even see the ground. You can't see where the trees used to be. All you can see is the tip of the road, like that one line in your eyes perspective, and you see the sky. You don't know if there's gonna be fucking ground or grass there. It's most likely just a fucking cliff, maybe 70 feet above the fucking ground. Well, above the ocean, I should say. So it's like, literally, me and my dad said, I agree with you. There needs to be a fucking guardrail there. Because there does. Also, they're trimming up trees in places that they're not even at yet. They're trimming inside the forest edge a little bit, but leaving the other room that's close to the road, which they're supposed to be trimming. Like, they could be a mile this way, right? And they're walking their way to the other way. And they've got some pieces on the other way trimmed up when they're not even over there yet. So it's like, they're wasting fucking time. Why are you doing that? Just do it when you get there. Seriously. At any rate, it all used to look beautiful. Now it looks like a piece of dump. It looks like ass. It really does. Alright, so I understand you want to help people see moose better, but still, like, it looks ugly. If you're going to do it, clean up all the discarded pieces of wood. But they're not doing that. Well, at any rate, there's no trouble getting firewood anymore. Like, no joke. There was no joke when it comes to getting firewood anymore. I drive 15 minutes or so. I park inside the road, pick up a handful of logs. I put it in the fireplace. Like, literally, like, oh my god. Anyway, that's my rant on that. What am I actually looking forward to around here? First off, this part here started up, or at least came to my knowing last month, but I never told you guys. Now I am. Anyway, uh, looks so stupid too. Anyway, the shop that used to be open like 4 years ago closed. It got bought out, opened, stayed open for like a year and a half, closed, and now someone else bought it. So yeah, someone else actually bought it again. They're turning it, well, it was already part of what was going to be a grads. So half of it's a grads now. Officially, it is now half a grads. And it's going to be newly renovated, newly everything. Finally, I'm dying to see what it looks like. They're going to open it up in the middle of this summer. So I'm pretty hyped. Because not only are they making it a regular, like, shop that sells, like, drinks, chips, all that stuff. Probably beer on that too for the adults. But they're also turning it into a bit of a craft shop. Which, I don't know, I can't see that being successful. Me and my dad said the same thing. We can't see it being successful unless they sell like chips and pop and all that stuff too. Which they are. Which is smart for them. Also, this is the part I'm hyped about. They're making, or have, or at least noted, to have a cafe section to the store. Like, oh my god, this is my dream. Like, what town in the boonies can say, we have a shop that has a part of a cafe area in it? Not many. Not many at all. Like, oh my god, I'm a coffee lover, so it's like, you know I'm hyped for that. They're gonna have tables in there. I'm hoping it counts, but I doubt it. But oh my god, I'm gonna be there a lot. I believe. As long as the bastards around here don't fuck it up or scratch up their tables or do whatever they want inside that store and break anything, I think it'll be really nice. As long as they don't fuck it up, it will be nice. As long as they're nice about it, it'll also be nice. Also, I am hoping that if the new owners and stuff lets me vlog and record a video or whatever in there in the cafe section, I'll totally be doing some vlogging if I'm allowed. And obviously, I'll just be showing myself. That's kind of obvious. If someone wants to be in the video, then I'll let them. Simple as that. But oh, I'm super hyped for that. But this is what looks so stupid about it. They have that shop that used to be all white, all painted white, with a dark brown deck, I guess that's what you could call it. Yeah, I guess you would call it a deck to now it's pretty much they have the front painted red. They have a giant new window installed with curtains inside, preventing anyone from seeing inside, sadly. But what looks so stupid about that, you might ask? This. The front is painted a pretty decently dark blood, almost red, I guess you could say. This is what looks stupid. Alright, so you're in front of the store. You look to your left. That wall is painted yellow. If you look to your right, that wall is painted an almost ocean-like blue. Like, what the fuck are they thinking? What the fuck are they thinking? Seriously. Red, yellow, blue. I'm really expecting the back. Wait, I'm wrong. It's not blue. I made a mistake there. The right side, looking at to your right side, it's actually green. A Christmas color like green. So you got yellow on your left, red in front, green on the right. And I'm expecting the black, the back of the building to be painted blue, ocean blue. That's what I'm expecting. It's left white at the moment. I'm expecting them to paint it blue. I really am. What other color would you paint it if you're going for those colors? It certainly wouldn't be purple or pink. Oh god, if it's pink. Anyway. Yellow and red. I hate those two colors together with a burning passion. It looks ugly. It really does. Oh yeah, and that color yellow is mustard-like yellow. That's even fucking worse. And that is why I hate yellow and red together. It reminds me of ketchup and mustard together. I hate the colors together, and I hate that combination together. That combination of flavoring together sucks. I hate it. I barely stand ketchup for sure. So yeah, you've got a mustard yellow, a almost blood red, a blood red. So it's like, literally you have a ketchup-like color and a mustard-like color. And then you've got Christmas-like green with that almost Christmas red. It's like, alright, on one side, all I can think of is hot dogs. Fucking goddamn it. Face palm all the way. And then when you look to the other side, you think of Christmas. Christmas is the last fucking thing I want to think of any time of the year. Well, we're going to be thinking it all now. So, yeah. But come on, even you guys have to agree. Why would you paint something all those colors? When you think of colors like that, You think of Newfoundland St. John's. What other street is it? I'm not exactly sure because I can't quite remember, but you've got a street or two, or who knows how many, with really obscure colors. Yeah, that's what this looks like pretty much. And on top of that, on the same street, there's a shed that was newly painted that same color red. So it's like, what the fuck? I wouldn't mind it if they painted the whole building red. I wouldn't mind that. The red color looks good. It's just the other colors. What the fuck? And I believe there's only one more thing I actually want to talk about, which I'm kind of excited for. I doubt it'll be that great, but I'm kind of looking forward to it at the same time, even though I'm not expecting nothing like it's super fancy, like Japanese festival or whatever. I wish, but no, it's clearly not gonna be nothing like that. But yeah, my hometown is having its first ever Sugarloaf Festival happening sometime in summer. I believe the middle of summer around there. That like the Sugarloaf Festival, the first one ever. From what I hear, it's gonna be something like a come home type of a thing. To where you go to the Lions Club, have a dance or two or whatever, have fireworks outdoors and stuff like that. And you can actually volunteer to help out. And I'm honestly highly considering volunteering for it. Two reasons. What else do I have to do around here? Not much. Two, it kind of seems like it would be kind of fun to volunteer. Oh, there is a third reason. The third reason would be it would also look good on my resume. Volunteering to help out at a festival. Like, you can't tell me that wouldn't sound too bad on a resume, like, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Other than the fact that I also got what I was hoping to be the final piece of the puzzle to let me record console games. I got that. I got that like 3 days ago. So it's like, yeah, that would be a CD drive. Finally got an up-to-date modern CD drive that isn't for a laptop that's from like the 1990s. Finally got an up-to-date one that actually plug into this laptop. The only thing I can see that I'm missing to be able to record console games is a USB cord. I only need one more. We have two in the house that's not being used. So it's like, I need to get a third one, then we can do some stuff. And then there's the fact of figuring out how to hook it up. I'm trying to hook it up to the Wii, like, I actually really want to play some Wii games for you guys. But that's not gonna be anytime soon. Maybe sometime next month. I'm hoping next month. Anyway, I'm ranting, and I'll see you guys next time. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this somehow. Comment, like, do whatever you want. I'll see you guys next time. Right now, it is 12:43 at night. So, yeah. Video made on May 28th, 29th. Oh, I also want to say this picture here is actually one of my favorite alt piece, anime type alt piece, I guess you could say, of all time. It's like in my top 10 favorites. Just like that one hang on. When was that video? Was it September last year or something? No, November. November 2015's monthly discussion. That pizza's also in my top 10 favorite. And, oh my god. Also, the one for November 2015's monthly discussion is probably my favorite art piece of all time. So it's my favorite. This one's probably my top 5. Anyway, I'm done. See ya.